Hi, it's Kat from All Belong at Kat's Big Queer Poly World. Today I'm going to give you 7 tips for how to potentially help a partner who is depressed. Hi, it's Kat. I have depression among other things. My clinical diagnosis is persistent depressive disorder with severe depressive episodes. In addition to that, I've worked a lot in the mental health field. Today I thought I'd make a video for you outlining 7 ways that you can potentially help a partner who is depressed. Please note that I do say potentially help a partner who has depression or who is depressed. Depression is a nasty beast, and these are some ideas that worked for me or that I've seen work for other people, but no one idea will work for everyone. So if you have other ideas that have worked for you to help your partner or that your partner has used to help you, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. So the first tip I would give you is simply to listen. Many of us, including myself, are fixers, and so we tend to want to fix things before we fully listen. So my first tip is always listen. Don't interrupt. Don't try to fix. Don't try to offer your magic solution for depression. But if your partner is willing and able to talk, just listen. That's the most important first tip I can give you. So the second tip I have for you is to ask. Before you attempt to fix anything, ask your partner what they need. It can be as simple as asking, how can I help best? I also tend to ask things like, would you like to be alone right now, or would you like to sit together? Or perhaps, would you like to vent about this right now, or would you like to brainstorm together to come up with ideas? So before I try to offer a lot of solutions, I try to ask my partner what they need. Your partner may not always have the answer to that question right away if they're depressed, but they'll definitely appreciate being asked. So the third tip I have is to offer help, but be specific and realistic. Only offer what you can follow through with. I like to offer specific suggestions of how I can help rather than open-ended offers of help. Asking me, how can I help, sometimes can be overwhelming. But, for example, back up in step 2, asking me if I want to brainstorm or want to vent can help me decide which I, in fact, want to do. So in step 3, I try to offer help and be specific. For me, it may be something like, may I drive you to that appointment? Or can I help you sort out your closet? For somebody else, it might be something like, may I help you find a therapist? Or would it be helpful if I watched the kids for a night to give you a break? So offer help, but be specific and be realistic. If you make offers of help that you can't follow through, that backfires and can cause the person to not trust you in the future. So try to be realistic and specific when possible. My fourth tip is keep checking in, keep asking to do things, keep inviting them out, even if they almost always say no. I know for me, when I'm in a more depressed state, I say no a lot when my partners or loved ones ask me to do things or go out. But if they stop asking, that hurts my feelings. So keep asking and keep checking in. It may be just a matter of asking if they want to watch a TV show or if they'd like to go for a walk. Continuing to ask a person out to do things and check in with them helps them to understand that they're still wanted, and especially if it comes from somebody that they trust, to understand if something does happen and they have to flake out or are too depressed to leave, they're more likely to say yes if you keep asking and they trust you to understand when they say no or cancel at the last minute. But keep checking in on your partners and your loved ones and keep asking them and inviting them out, even if they say no a lot. Number 5 is reassure them if it seems needed. or even if it doesn't. People who are depressed or have other mental health issues often feel very self-conscious about them, and reassuring them that you do understand, and while you may not understand exactly what they're going through, you have compassion and empathy towards them is very, very helpful in helping that person to trust you and know that you are still going to be there for them even if they're going through a rough time, or they cancel plans, or they're not particularly interested in doing things for a period of time. So reassure your friends or partners or loved ones who have depression that you do understand and that you'll continue to be there for them whenever they're ready. My sixth tip is to encourage and model self-care. This is kind of the old put your oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help somebody else. Taking care of yourself is good for you, and it models good self-care for your loved one. If you are taking care of or living with somebody who is depressed, it can be stressful and sometimes depressing. So make sure that you take time for yourself and do the things that are self-care for you. And then encourage your loved one to do the same, whether it be get up and take a shower or take a walk. Encourage, but don't push. The best thing you have going is to model self-care and occasionally encourage it as well. So my last tip for today is know when to get help. Depression is serious and it can be deadly. So educate yourself to the warning signs of suicide and how to reach out and know when to reach out. The signs of suicide and self-harm are varied, but some of them include self-harming or talking about self-harming, suddenly putting your affairs in order, talking about life being useless or hopeless, and several others. So if you think that your loved one or your partner may be reaching a point that's dangerous, please reach out. You can reach out by calling Lifeline at 211, or you can send them a text to 898-211. There are many other resources available, and when in doubt, reach out. So those are my 7 tips for how to potentially help a partner or any loved one who is depressed. Again, if you have thoughts or ideas or questions, want to tell me what worked for you or what didn't work for you, please feel free to drop all that in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative or educational. If you did, if you gave this video a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any future videos.